You have to rule with an iron fist.
Action! 368 seconds. That's how long this video is. That's also not a coincidence. It's the number of feet between the two offices that merged to become what you're looking at right now. This is the story of 368, and I'm gonna tell it to you fast because honestly, that's kind of how it happened. Before TSE existed, there were two companies, both in Baton Rouge, both on the same street, both trying to figure it out. We looked at each other 368 feet apart and said, what if we just did this together? And that was it. That was the beginning. Those early days were organized chaos. We were crammed into a tiny office. We didn't have a business plan. We just had relentless optimism and a genuinely embarrassing amount of courage. Somehow that was enough to land us clients we never dreamed we'd get to work with.
Okay, let's start at the beginning.
2016, here we go. The company officially launches. We win National Best in Show for the 10 Days project, and something shifts. We realize we can play at a national level. We host our first company retreat in Dallas, Texas, where we're also producing the Raising Cane's 20th anniversary summit. That same year, Baton Rouge gets hit by the worst flood in its history. I lost my home. The team showed up in a big way. Special shout out to Nick and Charlie for taking in me and Lana for 3 months. What a way to start. Okay, 2017.
Amanda, take 3.
Our conference series, Assembly Required, launches, and we produce 4 events in the first year. And for the first time, our team really believes that we are capable of more than we even thought possible. Also that year, we got to work with Drew Brees, and we took the team to Memphis. All right, 2018. New office, new clients, ping pong, kegerators, creatives and clients just catching a vibe in our new space. There was a raw magic to that office that you just can't manufacture. We also did our first national spots that year for walk-ons and took the team to Hot Springs, Arkansas for retreat. 2019. We win Louisiana Economic Development, which was by far our biggest account to date, and we have to grow up fast. Account management, work orders, time logging. We learned a lot about being a real agency that year. We also built the Auctioneer Innovation Hub, which was our first foray into experiential work. Oh, and 2 retreats this year, Dauphin Island and Nashville. It's almost like we knew. 2020, you know what happened. The office closes, we go remote, things slow down, but we didn't. We launch a webinar series. We help launch Louisiana's contact tracing app. We raise $100,000 for frontline workers, and we start building experimental Webflow projects for fun, which end up winning us awesome awards and ultimately new business. And we all learned how to bake sourdough. 2021, we reopened the office with a literal jam sesh. Webflow features us in their Generation No Code documentary. Tim Ricks, our resident Webflow developer, becomes the most internet famous person at 368, and we get to work with the Miami Dolphins. We start our own internal awards, the Zaddies, where we swept. We turned 5 that year and celebrated with a retreat in Colorado and a cold merch drop. Cold merch drop. In 2022, our biggest client, LED, rolls off, and 20% of our revenue was gone. It was the first time in our company history that we had to do a layoff, and probably the worst week in my career so far. But our people do not know how to quit, so we kept it moving. Aisle 3, our in-house film studio, was born from the ashes. And as for retreat, we didn't make it out of town that year. We retired. We were gonna make up for it. Mark my words. Okay, 2023, Assembly Required comes back with a bang. We become part of a national Tear the Paper Ceiling campaign, getting to work with the Ad Council and Ogilvy. We signed new clients, we won Best in Show at the Addies that year, and we were back on our feet. And the work felt even bigger somehow. And we took the team to Oklahoma City. Yee-hoo! We're doing very serious production. 2024 was all about Baton Rouge, our headquarters. We did a national spot for LSU that year. We launched a national campaign for our city, the Better and BTR campaign, which felt like a culmination of all the work we'd been doing within the community. For retreat that year, we decided to stay in Baton Rouge on purpose this time. And it felt like the end and the beginning of a season at 368. Later in the year, 2 of our company leaders stepped away, Kenny and Adrian. We were facing big changes yet again. So in 2025, we popped the hood on 368. It's a rebuilding year, new structure, many of us stepping into roles we don't necessarily feel ready for. And I'm not gonna say it wasn't scary, but this team is always best when challenged, and this version of the team is truly the best we've ever been. And we celebrated the year in Bay St. Louis with what is probably our best company retreat to date. So here we are in 2026. Now, I don't know what the next 10 years look like, but I do know this team, and I know that we always figure it out. Our value is no longer in what we make, it's in what we make happen. 368 seconds, that's our story so far. The rest, we're writing right now.